Aquarius, welcome. I'm Wondernanda and Let It Be Tarot. This is a reading for the season of Sagittarius and the period around the new moon in Sag and the full moon in Gemini. And the new moon in Sag denotes beginnings, expansions, setting targets and goals, while the full moon in Gemini points to releasing, letting go, and shedding of communications, comings and goings, interactions. Perhaps a lot is needing or wanting to be said, communicated, verbalized. Or some people need to go. Simply put. Okay, let's open the reading with some keywords from the Ho'oponopono prayer that I have chosen. Here comes my cat again. She just loves to mess with this or bless this. We'll let her be for now. Since that is what we aim to do, is to let things outside of our control be. Have the receptiveness, the openness to understand, perceive, or the curiosity to be able to see the reasons for the way things are. Keywords from the Ho'oponopono that I have chosen are: I love you for who you are. I'm sorry for the painful memories we may share together. Please forgive me if I, my relatives or ancestors, have offended you, your relatives or ancestors. Thank you for uniting my path with yours, for our contributions to the healing of this earth. And we do have some workers on the roof still. So let's bear with that. Let's get some general energy or energies. For today and this reading, which can also be timeless. Some messages are very specific to the current times. Others will be more universal. That talk about more long-lasting energies. Okay, so we have two queens. Queens talk about embodiments. They talk about being. They talk about feeling. They talk about presence, nurturing. Authenticity. The Queen has reached a level of evolution where she embodies truths, where she shows, exemplifies truths. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Hearts, the Queen of Cups. This talks a lot about nurturing, maybe self-nurturing, maybe self-care, maybe caring for another. Maybe there's a mirroring between one person and another, which shows us how to better care for ourselves, or which is summoning us, asking us to show the love, to be more loving. Or there is a very nice exchange here of love and care and nurturing. The 3 to me in this case would denote a back and forth. The 3 of Wands denotes a readiness, denotes that action is already taking place. In this regard. Perhaps somebody's feelings are being awakened. Let's pause here for a moment, because I do see movement, physicality, a movement of making things happen, towards giving form to something. Here we have 2 elements, which is water and earth combined, right? So this is very fertile. This is how plants and life grows, by soil and earth being combined. This is the creation of clay, where we can use to mold things. So I see that there is a desire. Your heart's desire. What is your heart's desire? What is going on here that won't come out? Perhaps there's a heart desire that won't come out. I can't even speak. And Capricorn's reading comes to mind. I was saying the same thing back then. Wow. And we did that, have this wheel as well in the center there. Okay, so perhaps they are coming out. Okay, here we go. We were talking about the full moon in Gemini. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Okay. We were talking about the full moon in Gemini, where Gemini talks a lot about communication, verbalization, thoughts, words, exchanges of thought, coming and going, messages. So I find here that maybe there's a message that has been stuck, that has been hatching, maybe. Something you've been sitting on, or someone has. Ideas you've been sitting on. And we have another queen, the Queen of Wands. This is amazing. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is full of inspiration. And this image in particular was just taking me back to what I was saying about how the water and the earth together fertilize and allow for life to grow. And we see this grown, blooming flower. Where there's creativity shown, life force coming out, sprouting about, showing its face. And we do have the Hermit reversed, which may talk about a season of going within, of investigating, of... Okay, kitty. Okay, kitty cat. Of investigating, of shedding light, of gaining, of illuminating, gaining some enlightenment because of spending time alone, because of going within, because of being in the quiet. Reverse here may show there's a coming out. Something that's hatching, that's coming out. Because there is a clearer dream. There is a clearer want. There is a clearer desire. There may be a desire that has been decided upon. That may have been wished upon a star. And maybe is coming about now, coming to life now, sprouting now, showing its face now, being communicated now, because there was a lot of balancing and pondering and creating the right circumstances, maybe. We're waiting for the right time. Well, there's action now. Some action is taking place. Ooh. Whoa. Okay, yes. Okay, they all came out, so at once, together. Let's take a look here. We have the moon. So yes, definitely something has been undercover. Underpreparedness. And definitely new life. Uh-oh. Let's see if we can continue this. Definitely new life is coming about. You see this pregnant woman? She is the Empress. She is the mother of mothers. She is the queens, all queens embodied. We have the Queen of Wands here. We have the Queen of Hearts. We have the Queen of Pentacles. This is so powerful. We have the Empress, which embodies and carries all of these. She has the Empress. I see that maybe she carries feathers on her back like an angel. And here I see peacock feathers also on her dress. So maybe denoting some kind of sainthood is what came to mind now. Because the Empress has been there, she has done that. She is a vehicle for connecting heaven and earth. She is here to show how to do it. To, again, going back to the beginning, to exemplify, to illustrate by example. How to be the completeness. The completeness of the Queen of Wands, which has followed her calling and inspirations and acted upon them. And the Queen of Hearts, who feels and allows her emotions to be, who connects with her emotions, with that flowing, fertile water that holds the possibility of life, that yin energy that happens in the dark, that takes place before we can even see it with our eyes, once the sun is shining on it. And the Queen of Earth, which creates the possibility, which embodies the potential for the physical dream or decision or goal set by that Sagittarius energy to become physical, to put the pieces together in the physical world, bring them together so we can see the full big picture of that vision. Taking form. Like a ceramist molds his pottery. Okay, so at the end, at the bottom of the deck here, I wanted to clarify the Three of Swords here, this pain, that's sitting there in the middle. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull out the 2 cards that are sitting at the bottom of the 2 decks. So here we have another 10, another completion card. So perhaps there has been a struggle to attain this completion, to come to this completion. And perhaps more importantly, what I'm feeling is we have the hearts here, we have the hearts here, and we have the hearts here. And we have the Empress, which is a conduit to feeling, to nurturing, to embodying emotion. So maybe it has been a while since emotional completeness and unity and union has been felt, and it has taken work. But it's that kind of work where once as a queen and as an empress, we can reap the rewards. Of feeling more whole, more complete. Because going back to that mirroring in the beginning, perhaps there have been relationships that have allowed us to teach us, that have taught us to see ourselves, to look into ourselves, to know ourselves, to get to know ourselves more. And because we know ourselves more, because we are in an empowered position, we feel more whole again. And maybe because of this, we can actually share this completeness, share the feeling of union, share the actual, tangible, real, physical union. Thank you, Aquarius. Quite a reading. It took a while to come out there. It did feel like a hatching and a birth. Let's close the reading with the Serenity Prayer. God, Universe, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.